Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday, March the 9th, 2022. Good morning to all of you. Let's put down some caffeine. Come on. Ah, I got up this morning, went over there to wake Lady T up so I could take her outside. Got cleaned up, got dressed, opened up the side porch door here. It's snowing. We have a winter advisory, excuse me, in effect from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. tonight. Never underestimate March weather in Pennsylvania. Let me tell you, if you do some research on that, you'll see that in Pennsylvania, I think there were a couple times, excuse me, that we had blizzards. I can remember one March. I think it was in maybe 1993. We had a real bad blizzard. At that time, I had a house that we built up in an area called, is it Auburn, Pennsylvania? I forget the name of the area now. It's in Schuylkill County, in a gated development at that time called Lake Winona, and we had a real nice house there, a little 3-bedroom rancher. But we had that built up, and as we went through the months after we started living there, come March, this blizzard came in. Of course, it didn't start out as a blizzard, but the snow was falling and falling and falling. And I owned a Class C motorhome at that time. And I wanted to take myself and my wife at the time, her name was Paulette, and the kids were at the house with us. And I was ready to go. I wanted to take off in that little Class C motorhome. And we might have left that day. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember back then. It's been a while, But I do remember that Paulette, God rest her soul, she was not happy with the idea of we're going out in this motorhome in this weather. It was starting to get pretty bad then, But great memories, Anyway, so it's snowing right now over here in Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania. And like I said, weather advisories are in effect from 6:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. So if you happen to be in this area, let's be careful out there. The roads might be a little bit greasy. I think maybe not. The weather, the roads in that have warmed up quite a bit. So I'm thinking that if there's any snow that's dropping onto the roads, it's not accumulating much, that it's melting, But our yards, our backyards, front yards, things like that, the snow's laying pretty good, My Weber Kettle Charcoal Grill, it's got a layer of the white fluffy stuff on the top, so I won't be doing any grilling today. Not that I had any intentions of doing any grilling today, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. Let's put down some more caffeine. Come on. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I didn't know what I wanted to make for supper for myself, so I had to go back down to my local hardware store to see if I could get this special tool for my kitchen faucet to be put in, which they didn't have at the time. They said they could order it for me, and I said, nah, let me look around, But as I was coming back from the hardware store, I stopped at my local grocery store, and I was thinking, okay, what do you want to eat, So I went into the grocery store there, and I picked up a couple packs of ground pork. Now, I don't mind ground pork, but I picked up 2 packets. The price on the ground pork was $2.39 a pound, and I think that's pretty good considering what they want for regular red meat. And right now I'm not doing red meat for Lent anyway. But so I picked up this ground pork. Each packet had let's say 1.5 pounds per packet. One packet I stuck in a freezer for a later date. But I took this 1 packet of the ground pork and I made myself some pork chili, and it turned out really good. It almost tastes like ground hamburger meat chili. So the way I mixed it up, of course, I had my little pot going, and I browned my ground pork real nice, and then I added into that pot. I took a sweet Vidalia onion, at least a half of that Vidalia onion, and I chopped it up real good, and I threw that in there, and I stirred that up, and then, I let that go for a little bit as it was, cooking in, flavoring the ground pork, if you will. Oh, and then I sprinkled on some garlic powder, not garlic salt, but garlic powder. I sprinkled it on the top, and I stirred all that in. Then I hit it with a little bit of fresh ground cracked black pepper. Put that in. Did all that good stuff. Stirred that in for a little bit, and just let it start seasoning up my ground pork. Then after that was done, I got a can of generic tomato soup. I opened the can up, the regular size, not a big size, regular size, whatever that might be. And of course, the can says to add, it's condensed tomato soup, and it says to add water, a can of water, but I didn't do that. So I took the soup and I mixed it in there, and I stirred all that in with it, and I let that simmer a little bit to flavor everything up again. And then after that was simmering for a little while, let's say maybe 8 minutes, give or take, on a low simmer, Then I got me some pasta sauce, low sodium pasta sauce, and a jar of that, whatever size that might be. And I threw that in, and I stirred that in with it, all right? And I put the lid back on the top of the pot, and I let that simmer for, let's say, another 8 minutes, 10 minutes, give or take, low simmer, all right? Because you don't want to burn your meat, And you want to go in there occasionally and stir, and then put the lid on it, and then take the lid off and stir. You guys get the idea. Then I went in my freezer over here, and when Carol was here over the summertime, she went down to our local farm here called Radichok's, right? Not far from here. I go there in the summertime, and I pick up fresh vegetables, and they put off to the side for me green tomatoes, But she went down there this past summer, and she picked up Radichok's corn on a cob, and she brought that back here, and decobbed it or whatever you do, just pull the leaves off and all that, and then she put that in a pot, and she did a blanch on it, if you want to call it a blanch, and then she took a knife, I guess, and just took the kernels right off the cob and put it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. And then as I wanted some corn, that corn is so much better than just getting a can of corn from your store, So I took a Ziploc bag out yesterday, and I thawed that out, and then I threw that in my chili concoction, and stirred that in and let that simmer for a while. And I don't know, maybe about half hour after it was a low simmer, I bowled it up or plated it up, if you want to say that, and that was some good stuff. So if you haven't had pork chili yet, try that, all right? It's really pretty good. I did pull up a YouTube video of smoked pork chili. I might try that in the summertime here, or when the weather breaks. I'll put that out on my Weber kettle charcoal grill, and I'll slow and low some ground pork and get me a hickory or a pecan smoke flavoring in it, and I'll try making me up my chili that way one day, But anyway, that's my story on my pork chili, and it turned out really good. I enjoyed it. And I made enough of it where, with this pound packet, after I put all my ingredients in, my pot was pretty well full. So after I got done supper, of course, I lidded up the pot, and I put that off to the side on my stove so it would cool down. And I went back a couple, 2-3 hours later, and I pulled out my Tupperware containers, and I ladled it in there, and I put the lid on top, and I took a little piece of brown tape, and I put on there pork chili, and 3/8/2022, and I stuck that in my freezer. That way, I don't know, down the road here, if I want something quick to eat, if I'm getting lazy and I don't want to cook, I'll pull some of that chili out, So that's my story there. A friend of mine, his name is Dave, God rest his soul. When his wife would make chili for him and the family, she would always crunch up Frito corn chips and put that on the top of her chili. I thought about him last night. I looked in my snack cabinet. I didn't have any Frito corn chips, the regular size ones. So I think I'll do that with some of this pork chili that's in my freezer when I get ready to pull it out again and have some chili. I'll make sure I have a bag of regular Fritos Frito-Lays, corn chips. Okay, that's enough of my babbling. I'm sorry, I've been going on here. So let's put down some caffeine. I'm enjoying the time with you guys. I hope you are doing the same. As I said, it's 34 degrees right now over here in Schuylkill County, Tower City, Pennsylvania. It's snowing, and the high today is only going to be 37, and 80% precipitation all day today. So we'll be having snow, I guess, all day on and off. They're not saying any kind of accumulations, though, Birthdays today is Emmanuel Lewis. Remember him? It's Webster's birthday. God bless him. Happy birthday, Webster. Emmanuel Lewis, I should say. He's 51 years young today, Let's see, another birthday today is Will Geer. Remember Will Geer? On the Waltons? Grandpa Walton. God rest his soul. He was born in 1902, and he passed away in 1978. He was 76 years young when he passed away. I liked the character that he played on the Walton. That was pretty convincing and very entertaining and very warm actor for Grandpa Walton, if you know what I mean. That's all I have on all that today. What else can I tell you here? Today is National Crab Meat Day. If you guys are into any kind of crab meats, today's your day to go out and have it, If you're anywhere near Maryland, I don't know if blue claw crabs are in season. Probably not. But when I used to go down there into Rock Hall, Maryland, we'd go there and sit down at one of the outside restaurants. Excuse me. And you'd sit there at a picnic table, and you'd order blue crab claws, I guess. And they'd bring them out in a pot, and they'd dump them on brown paper, and you'd sit there and crack them and eat them that way, What great memories, Let's see, what else? Oh, today is also National Barbie Day, for you Barbie collectors out there. Today's your day to reminisce and pull out your Barbies and check them all out. And it's also National Meatball Day. All right? I can't have any ground meatballs today, but I guess if I wanted to, I could make up some Italian-style pork meatballs. Maybe I'll try that one day. And it's also National Get Over It Day, If you guys are hanging on to any old garbage, today's your day to say, hey, pal, or yo, man, get over it, move on, forget about that stuff, just move on, let it go. That's it, my friends. I enjoyed the time with you today. I hope you enjoyed the time with me also. Comments are always welcome, as I've said before in the past, positive or negative, all right? Put them down in the comment section or send them to me in a private message. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and hit that little black bell. And there's a couple different settings on there. Hit the customize setting where you'll be notified anytime this old geezer makes a good morning video, and you can watch it at any time of the day you want if you don't have time to sit there and chill out and watch it in the morning. You know what I mean? And you can always follow me on Facebook. All right? Okay, let's put it down one more time. Keep on smiling now. God bless you. Come on. You guys all take care, all right? Pray to God for peace on earth. Oh, I got gas yesterday, March the 8th. And not that I really needed the gas, but I'm at the point now I want to fill up just about every day because you don't know what the price is going to be the following day or two or three, So I got gas yesterday. I needed like a half a tank. And all I have is a little Subaru, so it's not a big gas tank. But it cost me over $43 for gas yesterday in less than a half a tank at $4 and I believe it was 24 cents per gallon, somewhere right in there. What's the gas prices like in your neck of the woods, Screwy times right now, you know what I mean? All right, folks. You take care of one another. Love your family and kids, relatives, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't forget that. Be kind to one another, all right? Pray to your God for peace on earth. All right, I'm going to punch you out on 3 now. Take care. 1, 2. We'll talk again. We'll see you. Peace.